There are new mask guidelines for California. The state is now recommending universal masking indoors. ABC 10 News reporter Rena Nakano is joining us now from the county administration building downtown. And that's where a group of parents are fighting the state's mandate on masks in schools. Rena?
Hey there, yeah. These parents say they're not completely against masks altogether. They say they just want themselves and their kids to have a choice to wear or not to wear their masks in schools. They say they just cannot get behind the state's mandate. Wednesday, California Department of Public Health updated its recommendations on masking, mirroring what the CDC announced Tuesday, that everyone, regardless of vaccination status, should wear a mask indoors.
Nobody wants things to go in the direction where they're going right now. Let's use the tools that we have to get there.
While the CDC recommended this to be implemented in indoor K through 12 settings, the CDPH already has a stronger approach, making masks in schools mandatory statewide.
That's a relatively high-risk environment just because of the time that you're spending together in a school.
North County mom Sharon McKeeman says the state went too far.
They told families to get vaxxed in order to unmask. And we have quite a few families in our group that are very upset because they got their kids a vaccine, even though it's under emergency use authorization, so they could unmask because they were concerned about the detrimental effects on their mental health and their academic learning. And now they're telling them that they just have to keep those masks on.
Last week, her group Let Them Breathe filed a lawsuit against the state, hoping to get an emergency temporary restraining order to reverse the CDPH order.
We're seeing them suffer behind the masks, and we need to be able to make those choices with them in their best interest.
McKeeman says the group just found out that the same judge that allowed for a temporary restraining order to let student athletes back on the field a few months ago will be presiding over this case. She's hopeful for the same outcome.
We're hoping that every child will have mask choice before school starts or shortly thereafter.
And parents here say they are anxiously waiting for the hearing date, which should come within the next week or two. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll show you how this state recommendation for these masks indoor actually affects the restaurant sector. Live downtown, I'm Rena Nakano, ABC 10 News.
A lot to flesh out here. Thank you, Rena.